Welcome back, everyone. Today's video is on 8 major unwritten and written rules for EverQuest. We'll be taking Project 1999 and official servers into consideration. Thank you to everybody who commented in the community tab and gave input for this list. Asterisk. So some of these rules are explicitly laid out for Project 1999, but it is not so for the official servers. But no matter how you play this game, all these are generally seen as proper etiquette. Rule number 1, respect camps. The preferred spot for people to level up is generally in dungeons with a limited number of mobs. And over time, the EverQuest community has set certain areas in dungeons as where groups should set up shop, where they have dominion over set number of spawns in that dungeon. And this is done out of tradition, ease out of pulling, or even safety. And the general rule is that if you see a group of players already at a camp, you should respect their camp and not pull their mobs. Go find somewhere else. Rule number 2, kill stealing or KSing. When people talk about kill stealing, you'll hear first to engage reference a lot. Generally speaking, the first person to attack a mob, to engage a mob, should get the experience and loot rights for that mob. In EverQuest, whoever does 51% of the damage towards a mob will get credit for the kill, will get the loot off that kill. And kill stealing is where you disregard that and outbeat the first person to attack. In open world raids, it's a bit different. It's expected for it to be a bit more competitive, but for general grouping, this is a rock solid rule. And these first two rules of respecting camps and not kill stealing are generally seen as the biggest rules in all of EverQuest. Breaking these will cause the most hatred or punishment thrown your way. Please do not break these. Rule number 3, DPS is king. This is by far the single biggest difference between Project 1999 and official servers. This rule only applies to official servers though. Do not do this on Project 1999 or you will get banned. On official servers, the rule is that DPS is king. Whoever does more damage wins the fight, fair or not fair. It does not matter in the eyes of Daybreak Games. Official servers do not recognize camps at all. They do not recognize kill stealing. You will not get in trouble with GMs, with game masters for breaking these. However, it is still very rude and could even get you guild kicked. But let's try to keep EverQuest a nice community and be respectful of each other. Rule number 4. Chat etiquette. There's a bunch of different chat channels you have in the game, such as out of character, shout, group, guild, etc. In general, it is best to keep your spam to the appropriate area. So say if you got heal macros that put out to text, make sure it's just going to group and nowhere else. For zone-wide communication, people generally use out of character or OOC. Use OOC if you're asking something, or your LFG. And I generally see shout being used to yell out if there's a train or for champ checks. Camp check or CC in chat, it's a courtesy to reply what camp you're at, so that that person doesn't need to run out to find where you're at and see it's taken. And keep trade chat to auction. People get really mad when you put trade chat in OOC or in shout. That really gets them irritated. Rule number 5, trains. So pulls can get really out of hand and you and your group could have to run for the exit with mobs in tow. So please try to tell the zone in shout that a train is coming. It lets people get out of the way so they don't die, because people get real mad when they die from a train that no one even said was coming to the exit. Rule number 6, ninja looting. So this does not apply so much to official servers because of the advanced loot system, but on Project 1999, this definitely applies. If you do not have permission to loot something, please don't. If you do, it's called ninja looting. The most egregious examples are where some rare raid loot drops and someone sneak loots an item without it being bid out by guild officers or without permission. Ninja looting oftentimes will get you instantly guild kicked or group kicked with no questions asked and shamed by the server as a whole. Don't do it. Rule number 7, tipping. There are a couple different services that tipping is expected for. If you get a port, you get buffed, rezzed, or sometimes corpse dragged, you should tip that person. Now, how much is subjective, but a safe bet is to tip based upon your level. So Generally 10 platinum for your teens, 20 platinum for your 20s, 30 for the 30s, and so on. Not tipping can actually get you blacklisted by porters and rezzers. And rule number 8, group replacements. This last rule is more specific to the official time lock progression servers. Many times when you're in a group on one of these TLPs, players tend to find their own replacements for when they need to leave a group. Then they drop out of the group once the replacement has arrived. But this can actually vary. Sometimes people don't follow this. If a lot of people are leaving, the group might just break up then, so you wouldn't look for a replacement. Or sometimes the group leader wants to specifically get new players themselves and not take your random replacement, whoever you pick. And these are some honorable mentions to round out this video. Not an unspoken rule per se, but try to lend a hand when you see someone struggling. Definitely, if you see someone about to die, help them out. Repay the respect. This isn't WoW. Treat the other people nice. Everybody roles need by default in groups, but if you actually need an item, ask for it and they'll tend to give it to you. And I love this one too. Running around the corner, face checking 4 mobs and dragging them back to camp isn't pulling. It's training your own group. Yes, absolutely. DPS having an assist key so you don't break mez. Yep, that's very big. This is a bit controversial, but I like it. If you want to be a puller, you should have eyes or Harry Potter maps. I've never needed it. I don't even know what the name of the program is, but people call it Harry Potter maps. It gives you like X-ray vision. You can see where other players are in the zone. You can see where mobs are in the zone. It can be useful. I've seen people who aren't pullers. It helps them a lot so they don't train their group. They don't bring the whole room. But be careful if you use these kind of programs. I think it is a bannable offense if they catch you. And now on to the more joke ones instead of serious. Rangers do take the first death touch. That is the rule. If your bard is AFK, yes, he is ripping a bowl. He'll be back. Don't let the cleric get over 20 mana. That's true. They should always be working hard. No one should ever be full mana. It is not your fault that the tank can't hold aggro. They just need to learn how to press the taunt button. But thank you guys all so much for the help on this list, for all these suggestions. I love them. I absolutely love them. I will see you guys all in the next video.